Alright guys, here we go. We are back in China for episode 2. Last episode, Torin and I took the train from Guilin, and now we're heading towards Chongqing. If I was a fancy channel, there'd be a map of China showing you where we're going. But Chongqing is pretty close to the center of China, if a little bit south. It takes a while to get there by train from the coast, but we're getting there at night, and not without a fair share of complications and being tired and hungry, but we made it. We're in Chongqing, here we go. And this is Torin showing what it would be like if I was a travel influencer. As you can see, like all of the shops are closed because it's like 1 a.m. They were even repainting the street. But we got some cool views of like the old town area. And the next day, we went and got some hot pot. Oh my gosh, I cannot explain how much of a visceral experience hot pot in the Sichuan area is. For one, Torin and I didn't know how much food they were going to give us, so we ordered like way too much. So we were just sitting there trying to get down as much as we could, and everything was hot. The noodles were hot, the spices were hot, just everything. And so we're just sitting there with our like faces melting off, basically. And at some point, we just had to throw the towel in and be like, we can't handle this. And I feel like the waiters were like, yeah, we knew you couldn't. But anyways, as you can see, after that, we moved on to the Sichiko Ancient City, which is a very popular tourist attraction. It's like built into the side of the mountain next to the river in Chongqing. And some of you guys have already heard my infamous ear cleaning story. Long story short of that is that you'll go in, they'll tell you one price, and then they'll just start upcharging you over and over. Anyways, now we're in Chengdu, and we're going to see the giant pandas. I think these guys have got to be like parent and child or something, because the smaller one was just absolutely bugging this one, you'll see. Well, that was fun to watch. Then we went and got some noodles because we were absolutely starving. And then we went to the monastery and kind of walked around. They had a bunch of booths selling charms and stuff because it was around the Chinese New Year. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But we've got more ancient towns slash Chinese New Year things to see. So this evening we are going to the city of Dujiangyan, which is just northwest of Chengdu, and going to the ancient town within Dujiangyan. And any Johnsons watching this, in the more modern part of the city is where Dad would go to help with the earthquake relief efforts.
Would you like me if I was this big?
But we didn't have too much time in the area because we did have to get back into the main city of Chengdu, which I believe is like an hour away. But we did some more looking around for a little bit. Then after taking a quick taxi ride, our next stop is this library, which apparently is very famous. They have mirrors at the top, which make it seem like the books just kind of go on forever. So it's like quite a bit smaller than it looks on camera, but very, very cool optical illusion. And I guess I didn't take any videos of it, but just about every night coming back from our trips outside of Chengdu and then coming back into Chengdu, we would hop off the subway and then there were a bunch of food carts. So I would get like a sweet potato and then like dumplings, just whatever. So it was pretty awesome. And in the mornings before we would leave Chengdu to go on our adventures, there would usually be a bun lady and we would get a bunch of buns for breakfast, and they were amazing. But one day she wasn't there, and it's pretty sad. But we still got some good food. With all that being said, we have just taken the train and the bus, and now we are in Leshan, or just south of it, I think, at the confluence of 3 very large rivers, and we're going to see the Leshan Buddha, which is carved out of this rock. And it is one of the world's largest Buddhas. I think its qualifier is that it's the world's largest sitting stone Buddha, but it is one of the OGs. As a matter of fact, it was made during the Tang Dynasty in the 8th century, during what I believe was when Buddhism was at its height in China. But here he is in most of his glory. You'll see him in his full glory in a second after we wait through the lines. walking back, what we're passing through is where the monks would live and worship. Yeah, that's something I'll never forget. That was quite the experience. But of course, we're on the road again. This time, we're flying from Chengdu to Beijing. Just for some context, our flight was really early in the morning out of Chengdu, and then we landed also in the morning, so we had the full day to spend in Beijing. Gosh, I miss the food, just in Asia in general. It's so good. Oh, and here we are going to the Temple of Heaven. Called that because back in the day, emperors and higher-ups would do rituals in there to, pray for good harvests and other requests. And since we're there right before the Chinese New Year, all the girls were dressed up in clothes from the different dynasties. And as Torin will say, that girl was gripping her arm. But yeah, pretty cool to see people out and about just having a good time. And not pictured here, it was really quite cold. My fingers were going. Yep, time to head home, because the next morning we had to go into the Forbidden City, the ancient palace of emperors past. As Torin knew, getting a tour guide was totally worth it. It was much more engaging than just kind of walking around, not knowing what anything really meant. And we ended up in a group of some Russians from Siberia and some Irish folk. And basically, paraphrasing from our tour guide, the Forbidden City used to be where the emperors lived, and all their concubines and all their servants, and they all lived in different sections to kind of represent their status in the empire. As you might imagine, many crazy things have happened in or around the Forbidden City. It was built in the early 1400s during the Ming Dynasty. Oh, and you see how the lion has something under her paw? That's how you can tell she's a female lion, because the thing under her paw is a baby, and the thing under a male lion statue's paw is just a ball. There were a lot of hidden Easter eggs in the architecture that our tour guide was telling us about, like the dragons on the roofs. And he was telling us about the Dragon Lady and the last emperor and all that kind of stuff. And the place is just absolutely huge. I don't remember exactly the saying that our tour guide told us, but it was something along the lines of if you were a boy and you started just kind of running around looking at all the rooms, or like one room a day or something, you would be a man by the time you saw all the rooms in the Forbidden City.
It's a gate for the emperor city, some renewed, some old, with a dragon.
So yeah, like I said before, we had a lot of rooms to check out, and a lot of cool little gardens and other spaces. And the throne room where the last emperor of China sat. And Torin has just told me the Forbidden City looks a lot like Ba Sing Se in Avatar: The Last Airbender, so let me know if you can see it. Is this the dragon scroll or what? Just so you guys know, the dragon scroll is actually blank because there is no secret ingredient, so you'll just have to look inwards even if you were to find the dragon scroll. So yeah, we made our way towards Tiananmen Square and just kind of did side quests for a little bit, including eating food, trying to go into the National Museum, but it's really hard to figure out making reservations. So we just went back to the Forbidden City area and then went up to a park that overlooks the whole Forbidden City to watch the sunset. Yeah, not a bad sunset spot in it. Then on the way home we went to another ancient town where they were selling even more trinkets. And I got this thingamabob and some fermented mung bean juice, which is so bad. It's so bad. Anyways, this is the next day and we are going to the Great Wall. Getting there from Beijing takes a while by buses, but you know, it's the Great Wall. What are you gonna do? Now all of China knows you're here. Kapah! Definitely a bit of a squeeze fest once you get up there, because everybody's trying to go to the same place and walk around the same place, but it's definitely worth it. Obviously, it's the Great Wall. So as some of you may already know, the Great Wall isn't just thousands and thousands of miles of just wall like this. It's a network of sections of wall and outposts and forts and messengers and a goods trading network, like all of the above. So our goal for the day was to make it to the top of our of our section of wall as far as we could go. And we have made it. So yeah, that was pretty awesome, I would say. This is our last day in Beijing. I think here Torrance playing a game called State the Obvious.
Have jobs. And what job is you go to the same? Many of these buildings have offices where a company could have you work in there. Some of them might even be apartments and you can sleep in them, but not all of them.
Yep. I don't know. Me personally, I didn't really feel like I knew what to do in Beijing. Besides get food, that's always kind of the default. So that's what we did. Oh. And they love the freaking bear from Toy Story 3. They love him. They think he's really cute. That's about all I have for you guys for today. Stay tuned for the next episode because, as you can see, we are flying into Uzbekistan, where some pretty cool things are going to ensue. So I will see you guys then. Peace!